and welcome back. I'm Coach Monique, and this is the Unlock Bold Change Signature Life Coaching Program. If you recall, in Module 1, I taught you the powerful delete technique to help you shift negative thinking to positive thinking. I also left you with a fun little exercise. So how many green cars have you seen? So I'm going to give you two powerful experiences here in Module 2. The first one is upgrading the child. The upgrading the child experience is about taking that younger part of yourself that was maybe suffering or struggling or had limiting beliefs in the world and melding that younger part of yourself with who you are becoming today. So in this experience, I'm going to take you back to the bedroom that you slept in as a child. Remember, our mind makes very little distinction about what's happening in real time and what's being vividly recalled. So as I take you back to there, we're going to take you from that point forward to help you overcome your past and to move powerfully into your future. The second experience is the I am enough meditation. Remember, the belief that I am not enough is the number one struggle. 97% of the world's population struggles with that. And so we're going to correct that with the I am enough meditation. Now today in this module, I'm going to take you through those two experiences, but both of them are available on download. And particularly the I am enough meditation, I want you to listen to that once a day for 30 days. And then listen to it as need be. But it's important the first time through for the first 30 days to listen to it daily, at least once a day. You can't listen to it too much. And then going forward, when you feel that you need it, go ahead and listen to it. So first I'm going to talk to you about the upgrading the child experience. Let's face it, when we're children, we can't put ourselves in therapy. We can't move out and get our own place. Many of us grew up in families and circumstances where even the people who loved and cared for us and wanted only the best for us were simply not equipped to meet our needs. So remember, the logical brain doesn't even begin to develop for children until they're about 11 or 12, and it takes years to fully develop. So many adults still, consciously and subconsciously, are walking around with many of the fears and limiting beliefs and struggles that they were imprinted with as a child. In the upgrading the child experience, I'm going to ask you to go back to the childhood home that you grew up in. Remember what I said in Module 1, the mind makes very little distinction about what's happening in real time and what's being vividly recalled. So as you travel back in your mind to the home that you grew up in as a child, you'll have a lot of those same feelings and emotions. So in the upgrading the child experience, I'm going to take you back on a journey to the home and even the bedroom that you grew up in as a child. And if you had several homes and moved around a lot or had several bedrooms, that's fine. What is the one that comes to mind when you think about your childhood? And beginning from there, I'm going to take you on a powerful journey where that younger part of yourself, with those beliefs of a child, with the expectations of a child, can change and be transformed to meld with who you are today and to accompany you on the journey to unlock bold change. So why does the upgrading the child experience work? Because as a child, we have childish beliefs and expectations. We may believe in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. And as we grow up, we realize that those beliefs no longer are true for us. But what are some of the limiting beliefs or the fearful beliefs or expectations that you had as a child that seem very real or maybe even appropriate? If you grew up in a dangerous home, it makes sense to be fearful. But as an adult, you're much more empowered. You get to choose your life now. And so helping you to move forward as that child, to meld with who you are today, to make new discoveries is a very powerful technique. And I can't wait to take you on that journey. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just make yourself very comfortable. Be sure that your phone or any technology is turned down or off. If you have any pets or children, just make sure that you can have about 30 minutes to relax, be comfortable, and safe. So if you need to take a moment, please feel free to do that. And if not, we'll move forward right now. So now I'm going to ask you to simply take a few deep breaths and allow your attention to sink down over your body. As you become aware of your body, just take note of how it's being supported in space. Some people feel very heavy in their bodies. Other people feel weightless. Whatever you're experiencing is the right thing for you. There is no right or wrong. There's only your experience. And now I'd like you to take a few deep breaths as you key into the breath, as you really Now I'd like you to take a few deep breaths. Just key into your breath as you breathe in and you breathe out, all while simply being aware of your body. And again, breathing in and breathing out. And when and if your mind wanders, that is fine. Just key it back to the breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. And notice as you do this, your body naturally and reflexively begins to release, let go, and relax. And that's a good thing. And now I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and roll your eyes up to a real or imaginary spot on the ceiling. And while keeping your eyes affixed on this real or imaginary spot, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just notice that your eyelids are becoming so heavy, so droopy, so drowsy. They just want to go closed. But keeping them open and affixed on this real or imaginary spot, take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, just know that each and every time you blink, that's a good thing. That means you're responding wonderfully, perfectly to this session and will have an ideal outcome. And one last time, taking a deep breath in, hold that breath to the count of 1, 2, and 3. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to go closed. And that fluttering sensation you feel behind your eyes, that's a good thing. That means you're responding wonderfully, perfectly to this session. And now know that your eyes are locked down, sealed down tight, and you can forget all about your eyes as you allow a drifting, floating feeling to develop in your body, and you don't need to do a thing. Very, very good. Now I simply want you to envision a beautiful staircase with 10 steps descending down. And as I count backwards from 10 to 1, you're going to step down onto each and every step as you drop down, drift down, travel down to deeper and deeper levels of relaxation, and it's the most natural, normal thing in the world. And as you're moving on to step 10, every muscle, every nerve is turning loose, letting loose as you're going deeper. As you drop down onto step 9, you see your feet, hear your feet, and even feel your feet making contact with the step. As you travel down to step 8, every sound and movement around you simply carries you deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. Step 7, as you hear my voice, you're drifting deeper, going deeper, sinking deeper. Step 6, you're becoming so very relaxed. Step 5, you're halfway down and 50% deeper than you were just a moment ago. Step 4, you're dropping deeper, sinking deeper, going deeper. Step 3, becoming so very relaxed. Step 2, you're drifting deeper and deeper into such a relaxed state of being. And step 1, just sleep deeply. And of course, you're not actually going to sleep. This is simply a sleep of the nervous system. And each time I click my fingers, you will drop deeper, go deeper, sink deeper, deeper and deeper into an awareness of yourself. Very, very good. And now I simply want you to envision the home that you grew up in as a child. As you're standing out in front of that home, see it in your mind's eye, you are there. And as you approach that home, the door opens and you easily walk through the doorway. And like a magnet, you are drawn to the bedroom that you slept in as a child. And as you stand at the doorway of the bedroom, you see this younger part of yourself sitting on the bed. And you are drawn to that younger part of yourself, and you enter the bedroom and sit next to that younger part of yourself. And the moment that your eyes meet, there's a deep and profound connection, a feeling of coming home. And put your arms around that younger part of yourself and pull them into your lap. And to begin to feel that connection. It's growing stronger by the moment. And now, moving forward for the rest of your life, the two of you will begin to travel as one, as you begin to meld together as one person. That younger part of yourself who may have felt lonely or afraid or mad or unsure of the world is now taking great comfort that you are there for them. And beginning today and every day for the rest of your life, the two of you will travel together as one, because no one in this world is more qualified to love and care for this child than you. The two of you have a unique connection that no one else in the world shares. Allow yourself to feel that deep connection, the power of the two of you as you meld together as one. And now I want you to take that younger part of yourself to the home where you currently live. See yourself standing out in front of that home. Just allow yourself to be present with that visual of your home, with this younger part of you. And now as you walk closer, the door swings open. And as you cross the threshold into that home, just allow yourself to stand there, to take it all in with this younger part of yourself. And now, I want you to show yourself around to all the things in your home that have meaning to you. Things that you've carefully chosen for yourself, that bring you comfort. Go ahead as you move throughout the home, picking up certain things that have value and meaning to you. And allow this younger part of yourself to share in the experience, the comfort, the pleasure that comes with it. And as you move around the house, allow yourself to see this home through the younger eyes. What are the things that you've chosen, that you decided would be in your home? And as you take the younger part of yourself into the kitchen, go ahead and open some of the cabinets. Allow them to see the food that is there, what's in the refrigerator. Remember, young children are very fascinated by adult things. And as you continue on this tour of the home, look at furniture, maybe that you chose because it's comfortable or you like the way it looks. What are the things that you've chosen because they're functional for you? You like the way they work for you? And what are the things in your home that you simply have because they bring you pleasure? You might enjoy the feel of them, or maybe it's visually pleasing. And if you have any hobbies or any things that you do special in your home, definitely include that in the tour. Now take that younger part of yourself to the bedroom where you sleep. And allow them to see and experience this bedroom, what you've chosen for yourself, your bed, and all the things that fill the bedroom that you yourself have chosen or chosen with someone else. And now take them to the closet or place where you store your clothes. And allow them to look at your clothes and touch your clothes. And maybe there are some pieces that you got when you were traveling, or you got as a gift, or you decided that you wanted. Share all these wonderful details with this younger part of yourself. And now, I want you to show this younger part of yourself your wallet or your purse, or where you may keep money or credit cards. And as they look in, just to help them to understand that all the money and the credit cards that may be in there are simply opportunities for choice and freedom. That as an adult, you get to choose what you spend your money on or what you put on your charge card. That as an adult, you have so many choices that children don't have. You get to decide. And if you have a car, or a motorcycle, or a bike, or some mode of transportation, share that with the younger part of yourself now. Help them to understand that life is completely different as an adult. That you are empowered to make all kinds of choices for yourself. That your home is a reflection of who you are today. And if you have a career or a job, anything that you enjoy outside of your home or even in your home, include that on the tour so that they can see how life is so very different. And what we're doing is we're helping them to understand that children have childlike beliefs. They have childlike imagination. But what they don't have is a lot of life experience. So it makes perfect sense, for example, as a child to believe in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. But that's a very believable, realistic thing. But as an adult, you choose not to believe in those things. The young children may have had the thought that there were monsters under the bed or in the closet. But as an adult, you've outgrown those beliefs. And as you take this tour around your home and your life, you're helping this younger part of yourself to understand that everything is changing because you are changing. That today and every day for the rest of your life, the two of you shall travel as one. And that no one in the world is more qualified to love or parent this child than you, because the two of you have a unique understanding and insight into one another. And take a moment now to feel that deep sense of connection and the safety that is transpiring because the two of you are together. Allow yourself to feel that deep connection. A connection like you have with no other person in the world, because this is a unique relationship. And now that you've shown them your home and all the things that you've chosen in it that are for you, I want you to take them and introduce them to the people that you love and the people that love you. And go around individually to each and every person as you introduce them to this special person in your life. And explain to them what it is about them that you love, and have that person explain to this younger part of yourself everything about you that they love and respect. And go ahead, person by person, and notice how something is changing deep within this younger part of yourself. This awareness that absolutely everything is in the right place at the right time, under the right circumstances, to experience a deep, profound shift into what life is like. That the old ways of being are no longer important. That the new ways of being are coming into the forefront. That everything is changing because you're changing. as the two of you travel together as one. The awareness, the insights, the understanding that's happening, it's happening naturally. It's the most normal thing in the world. And this younger part of yourself is releasing, letting go, and relaxing. You recognize that old pains are drifting away. The old ways of seeing the world are fading away. And in its place is this new understanding, this new way of being, new insights. It's all very natural, very normal. It's almost like you can feel it unfolding as the two of you have melded as one. And now, as you move forward, after meeting each and every individual in your life that's important to you, that loves you and you love them, you recognize that this younger part of yourself is beginning to see relationships in a new light, in a new way. And that's a good thing. And notice how this younger part of yourself is relaxing and letting go. How they're feeling safer, loved, nurtured. They're getting a whole new perspective on life as they're beginning to understand that everything is different. That as an adult you get to choose. You have the freedom and the power to do the things you want to do, to live the life you want to live. And even if it's not always ideal, you're still empowered as an adult in a way that you are not with a child. And this child, this younger part of yourself, is no longer alone. And everything is changing because you are changing. And the thing that is changing the most is the knowledge, the insight, the absolute knowing that you are not alone. And just take the next few moments to feel that connection strengthening, that bond running more deeply. There you go. Very, very good. Now in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and click my fingers. And when I do, you will open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling very refreshed and relaxed. But most of all, what you will feel is a deep connection with this younger part of yourself as the two of you have melded together as one. And this absolute knowing and accepting that beginning now, you will travel together for the rest of your life. 1, 2, becoming more and more aware. 3 and 4, becoming more aware. And 5. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling refreshed, relaxed, and most of all, taking deep comfort in understanding that you are traveling together as one. Very good. So welcome back. So whatever experience you encountered is the right experience for you. Now I encourage you to just take a few moments to relax and reflect on what happened for you. How do you feel? What are the insights that came to you moving through this experience? In what way did you recognize that some of the beliefs and the fears or the issues associated with childhood, that younger part of yourself, that now you have an awareness that you didn't have before? Did you feel that younger part of yourself letting go? Feel the two of you meld together as one? Just tune into that and allow yourself to be present with that. So I encourage you to take some notes, to spend some time thinking about this, and allow yourself to just really see this younger part of yourself like you would any other young child that you loved that you cared for, whether it's your own child or a godchild or your neighbor's child, right? Would you want that younger, innocent child to suffer and struggle in the ways that you may have been? And switch the perspective so you see that younger part of yourself, how they truly are. And as an adult, we have so much freedom of choice. We have so much power. But as children, we don't understand that that's what life is going to be like. And now we've given this younger part of yourself the opportunity to move with you into your life today. And I'm giving you the opportunity to love and accept that child as the two of you have melded together as one. It's a beautiful gift that I want you to really take into your heart and allow yourself to be present with that. So take a few moments, we'll come back, and then we'll do the I Am Enough meditation. So welcome back. I hope you gave yourself the gift of time and relaxation as you had an opportunity to re-experience your Upgrading the Child experience, taking note of what was really profound or powerful for you and giving yourself some time to process it. Now, I would like to do the I Am Enough guided meditation. And in this meditation, you are going to unlock bold change from within yourself to begin to shift how you see and perceive yourself, and stepping into someone who knows to your very core that you are enough. So again, I'm going to ask that you make sure you have 30 minutes of time where you can sit or lie comfortably, safely, and undisturbed. So if you have any pets or children, make sure that you will not be disturbed, that your technology is powered down, and begin to just make yourself comfortable, sitting or lying still. So just take a moment and feel yourself in your body. Begin to take a few deep breaths and allow your awareness to wash down over your body. Feel the weight of your body and how it's being supported in space. So just take a few moments, and as you breathe deeply, just allow your attention to wash down over your body. Simply become aware of your body. Take note of how it's being supported in space. Are you feeling very heavy in your body or maybe very light? Whatever you're experiencing is just perfect for you. And now key into your breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. And when and if your mind wanders, simply key it back to the breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. And notice that as you do this, your body naturally and reflexively begins to relax. And that's a good thing. And now, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and roll your eyes up to a real or imaginary spot on the ceiling. And keeping your eyes fixed on this real or imaginary spot, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just feel that your eyelids are becoming so heavy, so droopy, so drowsy. They just want to go closed. But keeping them open and fixed on this real or imaginary spot, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just know that each and every time you blink, that's a good thing. That means you're responding wonderfully, perfectly to this session. And one last time, take a deep breath in, and this time hold that breath to the count of 1, 2, and 3. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to go closed. And that fluttering sensation you feel behind your eyelids, that's a good thing, a wonderful thing that you're responding so well. And now know that your eyelids are now locked down, glued down, shut down tight. And you can forget all about your eyes as you allow a drifting, floating, feeling to develop in your body. And you don't need to do a thing. Just feel this deep state of relaxation as it ascends over your body, mind, and energy. And now I want you to vision a beautiful staircase with 10 steps descending down. You can even drop your chin just a fraction so you get that same looking down feeling you might get as you're looking out over a balcony. And as I count backwards from 10 to 1, you're going to step down onto each and every step as you see your feet, hear your feet, and even feel your feet making contact with each and every step as you drop down, drift down, travel down to deeper levels of relaxation. And as you're moving on to step 10, every muscle, every nerve is turning loose, letting loose as you're going deep. Step 9, as you see your feet and feel your feet making contact with the step as you travel down to deeper levels of relaxation. Step 8, every sound and movement around you simply carries you deeper and deeper into relaxation. Step 7, as you're drifting deeper. Step 6, as you're going deeper. Step 5, you're halfway down and 50% deeper than you were just a moment ago. As you feel yourself making contact with step 4. Step 3, you are drifting. Step 2, you are sinking. Step 1, just sleep deeply. And of course, you're not actually going to sleep. This is simply a sleep of the nervous system. And each and every time I click my fingers, you drop deeper. You go deeper. You sink deeper. Deeper and deeper into an awareness of yourself. And it's the most natural, normal thing in the world. And as you go deeper into this absolutely relaxed state, as you go deeper into an awareness of yourself, I want you to travel back to that perfect, beautiful moment in time when that perfect baby that was you, that was born, that came into this world. You came into this world like every other baby born on the planet, expecting to be loved and expecting love to be available. And it is available. And each and every day as you move forward, you find yourself telling yourself out loud and to yourself, I am enough. Each morning as you awaken, you naturally have the thought, I am enough. And each evening as you drift off to sleep, it's your last thought, I am enough. And each and every day as you move throughout your day, you find yourself saying out loud and to yourself, I am enough. And the message resonates with you at a very deep level. For you know that you are enough. You know it, it resonates deep within you, and everyone around you knows it too. For you are not your past. You are not your childhood. You are not your body, your age, your income, your weight. You are none of those things. What you are is actually a walking, talking expression of the statement of truth, I am enough, that you find yourself saying each and every day as you move throughout your day. And it resonates with you at such a deep level. You say it with certainty, you say it with unshakable, unwavering conviction and confidence, because it is true. You are more than enough, you have always been, and you certainly always will be. And now you can help so many people around you to know that they too are enough. You enjoy giving yourself creative messages that resonate deep within you, that reflect the message, I am enough. And you let the message in, for you understand that believing I am not enough was the root of so many issues. And saying I am enough is a panacea. For there is no issue for you that cannot be dramatically improved simply by saying I am enough. Its power is in its simplicity. Your mind accepts it, it absolutely lets it in. You understand that nothing else matters until you recognize that you are enough, and you are recognizing that now and forever moving forward. You know that you are enough, and this knowing This absolute knowing, unshakable knowing, understanding is changing everything. You recognize that absolutely everything is in the right place at the right time under the right conditions for you to experience this profound shift. You recognize that everything is changing because you are changing. And it's the most natural, normal thing in the world. And any and all destructive behaviors are simply draining away, drifting away like yesterday's shower water. Any sense of procrastination, of eating too much, drinking too much, hoarding, shopping, buying things you don't need, panic, anxiety, they're all draining away, drifting away like yesterday's shower water. They're going, gone. You know that you are enough, and because you have that knowing that you are enough, you have everything. For it was the only thing that ever really needed to change, and because that is changing, everything is changing. Your relationships are better, but most importantly, your relationship with yourself is better. Your work is better. You find it easier and easier to engage in positive self-care, to set healthy boundaries. You take time for yourself because you know that you are enough. You are seeing yourself in a completely different way. You are seeing and accepting yourself as someone who is enough, who's always been enough, and who always will be. And because you know that you are enough, it's making you the person you were destined to be. Talented, smart, successful. You're beginning to live an uncompromised life because you are enough. Your mind tells you over and over again you are enough, and you know that your mind simply cannot, does not, and will never ever object to the statement of truth, I am enough. You feel it to your very core. You find yourself saying it to yourself and out loud as you move throughout your days, and it's becoming who you are. It isn't what you do, it's who you are. You know that you are enough. And because of that, everything is changing because you are changing. And as you allow yourself to go deeper, deeper, and even deeper still, you are enough, and you feel that feeling of being enough. And as you go deeper into an absolutely relaxed state, you know that knowing you are enough is so available to you. It's been the only missing part in your life, the only reason why you didn't have some of the things you wanted. It was never because those things weren't available, it was because you didn't know and fully understand that you are enough. And now that you fully know and accept that you are, everything is available to you. Love, recognition, connection, success, compliments, praise, opportunity, and abundance. Everything is available to you. So just allow yourself to go deeper, deeper, and even deeper. And as you go deeper, you know that you are enough. You just know it, you believe it, you think it, you feel it to your very core. And everyone around you knows it too. So as you allow yourself to go deeper into an absolutely relaxed state, you're becoming aware of a powerful, massive transformation taking place in you now and always. And as you go deeper, you remember that perfect little baby that was you, who came into this world so certain, so sure that they were enough. And as you remember that, your brilliant mind is reactivating, remanifesting, and regenerating and recreating that same ability in you now. You know that you are enough, and as you go deeper, deeper and deeper, simply because of the fact you tell yourself each and every day you are enough. You say it with conviction, you say it repeatedly, your mind is letting it in. And as a direct result, you're developing wonderful relationships with other people, but most of all, you're developing a wonderful relationship with yourself. You're sustaining the most incredible confidence that radiates out from you and back to you. Your confidence, your level of self-worth, it reassures you, it reassures other people. You understand that absolutely everything is in the right place at the right time under the right conditions, for everything is changing for you. And as you're moving forward, you're seeing yourself as someone who is powerful, strong, motivated, loving, and positive. You feel a sense of peace and empowerment. You feel in control of your thoughts and your life. You recognize that you are enough, you've always been enough, and you always will be. That it's been the missing part in your life. And because now you're accepting it, completely accepting it and embracing it, everything is changing because you are changing. And the thing that is changing the most at such a profound, deep level is the absolute knowing, the absolute understanding, the absolute acceptance that you are enough. And you see yourself in your mind's eye moving forward. That the old ways of being are simply draining away, drifting away like yesterday's shower water. They're going, gone. They're no longer even available to you, but even if they were, they're just no longer interesting. They just don't have a connection with who you are today. Because today you are moving forward, stepping forward boldly in the absolute knowing and accepting that you are enough. Very, very good. And so in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and click my fingers. And when I do, you will open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling refreshed, relaxed, but most of all, completely and totally comfortable in knowing that you are enough. 1, 2, beginning to wake up slowly. 3 and 4, you're becoming more and more aware. And 5, eyes open, wide awake, feeling fully refreshed, relaxed, but most importantly, confident in knowing, in understanding and accepting that you are enough. So now that we've had the Upgrading the Child experience and we've done the I Am Enough meditation, I'd like to do a little recap for both of them. So as a child, we don't always have good coping mechanisms because we don't understand life. We don't even understand ourselves sometimes. A child can be experiencing anxiety, but they don't have a label for it. All they know is it doesn't feel good. And so eating a cookie or soothing yourself with food is the best coping mechanism that you know at the time as a child. Other examples include excessive activity, right? Being afraid of your thoughts, what's going to come up if you're quiet in your own mind, so keeping yourself busy. Fear of being alone or by yourself. Again, not comfortable with the thoughts or the beliefs or the fears that come up when alone. Nail biting. Also, anxiety. So stuffing down your emotions with food. Oftentimes, we're even trained as young children. Here, honey, don't cry, have a cookie. Now, that adult is well-meaning, and they don't understand that maybe we're taking this on as a belief, that it's bad to have emotions or it's bad to cry, so you should always feed yourself instead. But on the topic of anxiety, there's a really special example I want to share with you, because this is really representative, I have found, with many clients over the years. So I worked with a woman several years ago who had excessive anxiety all of her life. And when she was 7 years old, her father came home one day and announced that he was leaving. And her mother immediately fell apart. And as her father was packing up his things and literally walking out the door, he turned to her and he said, "Take care of your little sister." She was only 4. And so for my client, she had this immediate brokenheartedness, this tragedy that was happening in her life. And her mother ended up going into the hospital, and she was living with relatives for a while, and her mother eventually got out of the hospital and they went on to create a new life. But her mother never really recovered, and she would go days and sometimes weeks not leaving her bedroom. So from a very young age at 7, she was not only responsible for herself, but she was responsible for her sister. And there was literally no one in her life to say, eat your vegetables, don't go out at night, you have to go to bed, or you have to go to school. She literally had to parent herself and her sister for the rest of her life. And she had always had anxiety. So when she came to me, she was in her 50s. And she just had this paralyzing anxiety, and she had decided enough was enough. And through the work with me, she came to realize that the anxiety was actually a coping mechanism that she took on as a child that kept her safe. Because there was no adult to look out for her, she could have been running the streets, making some really bad choices. But instead, she lived a very responsible life. She raised herself, she raised her sister, she went on to go to college, she stayed out of trouble. And in recognizing that the anxiety was a problem, but it wasn't the problem behavior. It was all the fear and the abandonment that had come when her father left, and while her mother never physically left, she was also never really there for her. And so as she had that understanding, she could see the anxiety for what it was. It was a coping mechanism designed to keep her safe, but now in her 50s, she no longer needed it. And as she came to that realization, the anxiety began to simply melt away and become less and less of an issue. So each individual's experience is unique, but I share with you this example to help you understand that whatever it is for you, do not judge, do not decide that that was right or wrong. I actually say this quite often. There are no real problem behaviors. There are behaviors that are problems. Because our behavior problems are actually just coping mechanisms for the things that we don't know that we don't know. So be gentle with yourself. Embrace that younger part of yourself. Remember, the two of you are melded together as one for the rest of your life. So remember to download the I Am Enough meditation and listen to that at least once a day for the next 30 days and as needed from there forward. Remember to make any notes, any insights, or any serendipitous experiences you have or anything that comes up for you. Be sure to note that in your workbook. So, I'll see you next time in Module 3, where you're going to learn a powerful technique to peel away the story and question the stories you tell yourself and create better stories for yourself. So I'll see you in Module 3. Thank you for joining me.